What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Chaotic Kitchen. Woo, woo. Thank you all for stopping back by my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mickey. I'm your neighborhood dabbler, and today we're going to be getting into a little 1-2. This is something I've never done before. This is new to me. I've never even eaten this before. I've never even seen anybody make this before, aside from like videos and stuff like that. So this is something completely different and new to me. But I like trying new things with y'all because, you know, y'all cool or whatever. You know, y'all cool or whatever. Y'all somewhat like family. I go to Aldi like every week or so, and I just be seeing like what they got. You know, they be having little snacks and stuff, and most of the stuff be on sale. And so I saw some seaweed snacks. I've never eaten seaweed before. I've never even attempted to taste seaweed before, aside from in like sushi, stuff like that. So I saw these seaweed snacks, and I'm like, ooh, let me see what they're talking about. It was 3 packs for like $1.50 or something like that. So I'm like, okay, bet, I'm getting that. Brought them home, tasted them. I'm like, I don't really like them. They're not that good. They don't really taste like anything, in my opinion. They're just like, they're for support. A couple days later, I saw one of my friends eating them. She eating them down, munching them, throwing them back. And I'm like, what is, like, is it good to you? Like, what does it taste like? She's like, oh, I love them. They're so healthy. They give me the idea that I'm eating chips. You onto something. I hear you. I was like, well, I can't really get into them like that. Like, you know, they okay, but I'm not really, like, dying to just eat them. She was like, you know what you should do? You should put them in a sushi bake. I said, now you're really talking my language right there. So today, we are going to be making a sushi bake. Like I said, I've never made a sushi bake before. I've never even like tasted one. I've seen a couple clips here and there of people like doing their rendition of a sushi bake. And today, I'm going to be doing my rendition. Before we go any further, guys, you need to like this video. I need you to subscribe to my channel. And then I also need you to comment. Make sure y'all are tapping in with the engagement. Okay? And also, make sure you send this clip to everybody in your contact list. Send it to your nana, send it to your auntie, send it to your brother, your cousin, send it to your coworker, send it to your neighbor, okay? Send this to everybody, guys. I don't want to say they need this information, but they need it. And even if they don't need it, they might need me in their life. Okay. With that being said, we are gonna jump into it. Make sure you grab your notepad, get your note app ready, get your Sharpies, your pens, your pencils, your quills. Get all of it out and lay it out in front of you because class is in session and we are about to lock in right now. You ready? I didn't hear you. One more time, I didn't hear you. Okay. Let's go! Okay, so to begin, I'm gonna start with my rice. If you don't know how to cook rice, this is probably the easiest way to learn. For every cup or however much rice you have, just double the amount of water. Or like if you have a half a cup, do a cup of water. If you have 3/4 a cup of rice, do 1.5 cup of water. Anyway, I like to wash my rice first. I wash it until like the water runs clear, and then I put it in the pot with my doubled water. And then I usually do low and slow, so I do a 5 heat for about 20 minutes or so. But either way, I keep my eye on it and stir it so that it does not stick to the pot and it's just a little more fluffier. So y'all know I love me a good salmon. I did my sushi bake with some salmon as well as some crab meat. I saw videos where people also use
chopped shrimp, but I didn't feel like chopping shrimp, so I didn't add it. But to each his own. For my seasonings, I did garlic powder, onion powder, and chili powder, as well as a little bit of basil. You can add basil or you can leave it out. I just like the herby taste that the basil gives. It's not like too strong in my opinion, but it gives just enough to like let you know like, hey, I'm in here. So yeah, I drizzled both sides with some oil, and then I made sure that both sides were seasoned, of course, before I threw these in the air fryer. You can also put them in the oven, but the air fryer, I just wanted a more crispier outside and a moist inside. So I threw it in there for about 13 to 15 minutes on 370. And like I said, I wanted them to be cooked all the way through, but I didn't want them to be like too burnt. I just need them to be crispy enough so that I can break them down. So after about 20 minutes, this is what my rice looks like. It's nice and fluffy, and it's a little bit sticky too, just how I like it and just how I need it for this recipe. I seasoned it with some salt, some pepper, and some rice vinegar. I did maybe about 1.5 teaspoons of rice vinegar. Of course, y'all know I don't measure, but I have the toasted sesame kind, and it's pretty good. I feel like it fits in with the recipe well. And then once my salmon is finished, I set it to the side so it can rest while I prepare the rest of my ingredients. So of course I got imitation crab because it was on sale, not even gonna lie. And I'm just not finna use real crab for this. Because it's a lot to crack crab legs and all that stuff that is necessary to cook it. You can also use lump crab. That is the one I actually prefer, but this was on sale, like I said, so I got it. So anyway, shred them legs, and then we made sure that they were as thin as possible, and then I cut them up so that they could be like little chunks. Nothing too special about this step. I mean, it's all gonna get smushed up anyway, so I mean, just do what you can, you know. So next I went in with a fork and I made sure that my salmon was shredded. There's also nothing too special about this step. I just prefer like tiny pieces over little chunks because I feel like it'll spread a little thinner as far as the top layer, and then it might go a little farther. So now that everything is all chopped and screwed, I put my meats in one bowl so that I could add my fillings and my other condiments. I gave those to a good stir, made sure they were well acquainted, and then I went in with a 1/2 brick of cream cheese, some mayo, some Japanese mayo to be specific, and then some sriracha. In one of the videos that I watched, the lady said that you could use regular mayo, but honestly, I didn't want to take any chances. I feel like since this dish is so like specific and it has a specific taste, I should use stuff that is like specific to that dish, or like items that are specific to the culture of the dish, if that makes sense. Before you go to layer your ingredients, give it a taste to make sure it's to your liking and add what you feel like it needs. Alright, so here's the fun part. Grab the baking dish of your choice. Make sure you spray it with nonstick spray, and then add your seasoned rice to the bottom of the pan. I went in with a glove because I knew that the rice was a little sticky and I didn't want it to get caught on my hands. I would rather it just stay in the pan. And of course, it's a little more sanitary to use a glove rather than just going barehanded, you know? So I grabbed my little seaweed snacks and I put down a layer of like whole ones so that it could cover the rice. And then I went in with a second layer of crushed seaweed just because I felt like it wouldn't hurt to add a little more. You don't have to add a second layer. You can just do the one if you're not a seaweed fan. So you could also use, what is it, furikake, I think? I don't know if that's what it's called for real, but instead of using seaweed, you could also use that. I use seaweed because that's what I had, okay? But anyway, spread that junk, and then we're gonna bake it. So I baked it in the oven for about 13 to 15 minutes on 375. I just needed it to get a nice little brown, little crisp on top. One of the recipes that I came across, they didn't even bake it. They just refrigerated it like it was some type of dip. And I was not going for that. Big Mama don't need too much sriracha, you know what I'm saying? I can't do all that spiciness. Alright, I just need a little kick. As you heard, I don't need all that extraness. I literally just wanted a little bit of kick for flavor. And I would have added a little bit more because it didn't give me the spice level that I was looking for, but it's all good. That's why I be cutting the audio off of my videos, because I just be talking and I just say anything, you know. But yeah, we decorated her with some of that sriracha, some of that mayo, and then we also did some scallions. And I wanted some black sesame seeds, but I could not find any black sesame seeds anywhere, so I just used white ones. But yeah, here we are. Here's the final product. And now it's going to the tasting because Big Mama hungry. So I had some leftover seaweed snacks. I grabbed those as a little dip cup or something. I don't know. And I let y'all have the first bite because I was a little nervous. But I actually really like it. Like, it's really good to me. This is a real cute snack. Like, it's not a meal, but it's a really nice snack. Some you could take for like a little afternoon or a late night snack just to munch on. An appetizer, if you will. Next time I make these, instead of baking it in a dish, I would definitely put them in like little mini cups so that I could bake them as small sushi cups. And I personally did not like it heated up. I preferred it when it was fresh out of the oven. I really liked it. Like, I really liked it. Like, it's really good. I would really rate it a 9 out of 10. I'm trying to be modest and I give myself a 10 out of 10, but I really like it. I really like it, and it's gonna be hard for me to share. Well, we're at the end of our journey here. I hope y'all like this video. Make sure once again y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you did not take notes, save this video for later, okay? Because you're gonna need it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you try this recipe, let me know in the comments. Y'all know I like the feedback, okay? Engagement really helps, and I appreciate each and every one of my viewers. I don't care if it's 3 of y'all. I love y'all, and I will see y'all next time in the Chaotic Kitchen.